Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Larry Michael Ard, doing a daily podcast. This is going to be my second podcast of the day. Today is June 27th, 2019, 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So today's podcast is going to be about watching the movie Bookies and going over what I like about the movie and stuff. Right now they're on a scene where he's getting late to pay the bookie, so he has to sneak in, and then he gets a gun pulled on him. But we're gonna go over poker, sports betting, my bookie business, marijuana, stuff like that. So I have a bookie business right now. I just have 2 clients. I'm starting off small, and our bets are only around $10 each time. But we've been doing it for about a year, and I just need to get better at it by keeping track of every game. Have like a journal for just being sports betting. Because I collect a 10% vigorous, and a vigorous is like 10% of the total amount of money bet. So say someone bets $10, I get $1 guaranteed because I'm taking the risk of being the bookie. So that's what the Vegas does too. If you bet with Vegas, they'll take 10% just because that's what bookies do. So I've been doing that for like a year, and it's not that bad. I wish I had more clients and stuff, but eventually I'll find more clients, and hopefully that goes well. And what I'm really trying to see is the card counting and blackjack, because I'm going to Foxwoods this weekend, and I really want to practice my blackjack skills more, because I think it's a good way to make money, but I just need to get better at it, because I know I need to surrender more. It's called the Fab Four surrender, and that's like 15 versus a 10, 14 versus a 10, and depending on the count, it tells you when to surrender your hand. So I'm thinking, instead of playing poker this weekend, I'm probably going to count cards in blackjack, which ain't that bad of an idea. You know what I mean? So hopefully I do something like that. But if you are interested in counting cards in poker, the best way I know how to do it is, say you have an ace queen and the flop comes 10 jack 10. That means you have a very high chance of winning this hand, even though you didn't hit. It's there's a -5 out there, which means all your players have really low cards. So if you bet that and bluff the pot, you're still gonna win most of your hands. Now I've done this a little bit, like I did this in a poker tournament like last week, but the thing is I didn't bet when I was only betting when I had a hands, not if I didn't have anything at all. I wasn't bluffing. So I'm realizing you have to bluff the pot. So that still might be able to work out if you're interested in counting cards in poker. But I'm thinking about playing blackjack this weekend, and seeing how good I am, if I'm getting better at card counting and blackjack. So I'm gonna give that a shot. And my marijuana update, I haven't smoked yet today, but I'm probably gonna smoke tonight. I'm just doing too much things right now with the podcast and trying to get everything on Spotify and all that. So you gotta give me a second with that one. now in the movie bookies, they're at the bar, and Nick Styles playing poker. I'm not poker. Playing a game with this chick in the movie. Yeah. So they're about to figure out that they should become bookies and everything like that. So it's pretty cool seeing. And then I'm still waiting for. I've said this on other podcasts, but I'm still waiting for Massachusetts to legalize sports betting, because it's legal to bet on fantasy sports, like fantasy football, fantasy basketball, and every year I do a fantasy football league with someone in my family. And daily fantasy I've never been that good at, so like playing DraftKings or FanDuel, I haven't really made that much money doing that. But I put in a lot of money. So eventually it's going to come out 50-50. Because that's one thing I'm realizing about gambling is, say you're down 10, 20,000, eventually you're going to make that up. Now you're not going to make all of it up, but eventually you're going to make some of it up. So, yeah. So that's my experience with fantasy. And then, yeah. So I'm saving money by getting rid of stuff that I don't need. Because I'm realizing all you really need in your house is a phone. You need a cell phone. You need a TV. And you need internet with a device. And that's why I got rid of my Xbox, because I can just watch TV or movies or something like that. And I have a tablet. So, and my phone's free from the government. So I'm saving money with that, realizing I don't need that much stuff. Yeah. But I've been making a little bit of money selling marijuana. I've been selling bowls for $5. Like, I smoke people up for $5. That's been fun. You know, pretty cool. And what else is there? So back to the movie bookies. They made up their mind. They're in the yard and they're about to get rained on by the water. Yeah, they're in the yard at the college, and the water sprinklers are gonna come on. And after that, they're gonna start setting up their business. It's pretty cool that Johnny Galecki is in this. He's in the famous The Big Bang Theory, and I was always wondering why, like, these people in high school were watching The Big Bang Theory, and I'm thinking it's because they were into sports betting, because they saw bookies and then they were, but maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Yeah. And don't panic if you're, like, say you're a bookie and you're only getting a little amounts of bets, like $10, $15, $20. Don't worry, because those little bets are going to add up to thousands and thousands. Because if you bet $10 every night for the whole year, that's a lot of money at the end. You know? So, and if you're a client and you're trying to win, you need to win 53% of your games to break even. You'll be past break even point. So if you think you can win 53% of against the spreads, then good luck. Like, I'm 80% in just if it's 50, like if in money line games, I'm 50%. I mean, I'm 80%. But the thing is, in money lines, they take away, like, say some games are close, like 120, minus 120, minus 110, and then other games are like minus 320. So it's pretty easy to win the minus 320 games, because they win about 90% of the time. But I think in money lines you have to be around 82 to 81%. So I'm almost breaking even there. You know. But like I said, I like to double my bets. So worst case scenario, some weeks I'm gonna win, some weeks I'm gonna lose just because I'm doubling my bets. Know what I mean? I think the chick's name in this is Hunter. Pretty sure. So he's asking Hunter if she can take him to a house party with the frats, so they can get the frats clients and stuff. You know. So yeah. And now they got phones for the bookie business. They got the big board, and they're starting their successful journey as bookies. So yeah. But what else is there? Like, I offer money lines and everything. Like, it's not that I just only do against the spread. Like, last night, one of my roommates took the Red Sox minus 380. So in minus 380, the Red Sox are going to win about 9 out of 10 times. But they lost, which is surprising. But he took the over, and he won that. So he basically broke even. You know? But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play blackjack this weekend. After I get off of here, I'm gonna go practice my illustrious 18, which is the indexes you need to know about when to fold and hit and surrender. Well, not fold, but all that stuff. Because they said there's over 100 of them. Like say you have a +7 and you have a 14 versus a 10. So I think you're supposed to surrender that, you know. But I just been putting it off way too long. Well, eventually I'm gonna be a mastermind at card counting and blackjack and in poker. And then I'll be making some decent money. In the movie Bookies, there's this guy with the third character is Lucas Haas. You probably don't know. I don't even know who he is. But he was in the movie, he was in the TV show, what's it called? I forgot what TV show, but he was about to shoot somebody. I was like, whoa, that's the dude from Bookies. And he had a gun in his hand and he was going to shoot somebody. I'm like, wow. That's crazy. But I don't even know if there's any live games on tonight. Because I think the Red Sox are off. Because I checked the channel. And I think they're not playing. But the new casino in Everett just opened. Everett, Massachusetts. On Boston Harbor. So I gotta go check that one out pretty soon. I think that's gonna be cool. So now they're at the poker table, and it's at the frat party, and they just met Julius Garrett, Lamba House resident, and at the end of this movie, which a lot of people might not know because they don't watch the end of credits, but at the end of the credits in the movie, the other bookie that they're getting in trouble with the guy named Larry, which is my name, which is funny. But the guy named Larry, the other bookie, he gets a chainsaw out, and he has someone in the trunk of his car, and he's about to chainsaw somebody. Now I don't know if this is Julius or if it's Johnny Galecki, like one of the main characters. I don't even know if it's Hunter, but it's somebody, and they're about to get murdered. So that's crazy. So this movie is basically telling you what comes with betting in period. Like, if you gamble at casinos and you win millions of dollars, you're gonna have to, like, you know, have 911 on speed dial just in case. But it's not that bad. It's pretty fun gambling. So what else is there? Only thing I don't like about this movie, I know it was made in like 2000s, like the late 1990, it was like 1990 or something. No, 2002. It was made in 2002. Now the basketball scenes in this and the football scenes are horrible. That's not anywhere close how you play sports, because like even the first scene when they scored the touchdown and they were like, that's not a touchdown, that was a bad play in a football. And then the last part in the end of the movie, when they're up 10 and then he gets fouled with like 2 seconds left on the clock, that makes no sense. But it's still a good movie. I remember when I first got the movie, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't watched it since. Since it came out, it's my first time seeing it in like 2015, 2016. And I got it at like a store where they sell used DVDs and stuff. So yeah. But like I said, my favorite type of gambling, if I have to, like, if I don't find a way to make money guaranteed, I just like take the money line. I'll get someone minus 15 and then put the money on the money line. I think that's the best way to gamble. And then double it if I lose. Something crazy like that. But now they're getting their first phone call, and it's pretty exciting for them, because it's back-to-back phone calls. It's like one guy calls in, he puts 150, I think, on Philadelphia, and then you know. But yeah, I'm excited for this weekend at the casino. I'm going in with, like, the reason why I don't mind gambling is because I never go broke. Like, my mom told me a story about some guy losing $200,000. One of her friends' husbands or some shit like that. And then like, I go in maybe with like $100-$200, and if I lose it all, it's not that big of a deal. And if I win a couple thousand, it's pretty nice to have. You know? But I gotta start practicing that card counting and blackjack. It's just, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to remember, because even once I go past the illustrious 18, there's like 70, 80 more counts I gotta remember. So it's probably gonna take me a couple years to learn how to do this. You know? But I figured out a way to get to MGM and then MGM Springfield. I got to pay $35 to go to Fitchburg, and then from Fitchburg I got to pay $20 for a bus ticket both ways. But I get $20 in free play and $10 meal certificate. So I'm going to be doing that more often after I save up just a little bit. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. What else about this movie? I don't know. They got a lot of bets this time. The They had like the big board was full. Because as a bookie, it's not really if you win or lose the game. It's like as long as you collect the 10% vig, you're not really going to lose anything. You know, but you do want to even out bets. Like say you have 10 bets on New England and they're playing Philadelphia. You want 10 bets on New England, 10 bets on Philadelphia. You don't want to have 20 more bets on New England, because if New England wins, you're going to be wiped out. So you always, if you have a client and you guys are friends, be like, hey, I know you want to take Chicago, but can you take Minnesota in this game? Can you help me out? Or something like that. Because you don't want to be uneven in your bets. But I'll do more topics and podcasts on bookies as we go along. But thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Peace out, alligator.